Good morning to you once again on a Friday. Happy TGIF. Give yourself a pat on the back. You made it to the weekend, and we got to deal with some rain. We already had round one. That moved through over the past couple of hours. Round two later today, round three tonight into tomorrow morning. Well, we started in the lower 70s. We're pretty much still there. By the way, yesterday, remember we said we might actually get a record high? Well, we did. We made it up to 82 degrees. That beat yesterday's high of 81 set back in 2008. What you're looking at down here, that's today's high of 83. And with all the rain in the forecast and all the cloud cover, we're not going to touch up to that. Something that was relatively new this morning, this was an increase here. Now remember, this is not the SPC map, so this isn't the severe outlook. What this is the flood outlook. So this talks about excessive rainfall and the potential for that in between Macomb and Hattiesburg. And by the way, they've already seen about a ½ inch of rain so far this morning. They're in a level 3 moderate. The rest of us are in a level 2, and that is a slight risk category for excessive rain or flooding, which is part of the reason why we do still have the flood watch in effect area-wide until 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So just about another 24 hours, then hopefully it won't need to be expanded and it won't be extended neither. All right, we go to our Barron radar, and I've got the lightning tracker up, but yeah, there's barely anything. That's why I was surprised that we did have a couple of power outages this morning. I don't think it was weather related, at least maybe some weak trees out there. The winds weren't doing much either. We've got some pockets of heavier rain going across the Atchafalaya Basin. I'd say anywhere between Livonia, maybe Gross Tate. You're getting in on the action right now, but it's nothing severe, and there are no active warnings. There actually were a couple of tornado warnings this morning right around Bogalusa at the very corner of this screen here. Of course, that's outside of our viewing area, so it's not something that we had to deal with just yet. There you see the cold front going all the way down from the Great Lakes down towards the Texas and Mexican border. That's going to continue to move moisture our way, and it's not going to be a gate-to-gate rain for today. We're getting a little bit of a break right now, and we'll get a couple of hours of a break before we rack up a better chance of rain going forward into the afternoon. This is 2:30 in the afternoon, and you can see a couple of pockets of heavy rain, and this is where we could see a couple of thunderstorms become strong to severe. There you see Baton Rouge just kind of sitting pretty in the middle here. This comes that third round that I was talking about late tonight, really closer to daybreak tomorrow, and the cold front sits behind all of this. Now, the not so great news that I have for you, I'm not saying that Saturday is going to be a washout, but now it looks like the showers might linger well into the afternoon on Saturday. So if you have any kind of outdoor plans on Saturday, they might need to come inside. They might need to move to Sunday. Definitely keep that in mind. That's because the front's going to be moving through at that point. This is where I expect the front to be at around 4 a.m. Saturday, and by the time we get to 10 a.m. Saturday, it's already sweeping out of the area. But again, we could see some precipitation behind that front. Here's the level 2. Now, this is the SPC map, so this is severe weather we're dealing with here. That is a level 2 that we have going right through 7 a.m., or I should say 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Hail and flooding are possible. It's a little bit lesser of the extent. Damaging winds and isolated tornadoes certainly will be a possibility. As for the rain amounts, again, we've already seen about a ½ inch of rain, but we could definitely see storm totals between 2 to 4 inches. I would say that could be quite common. So keep the rain gear ready and keep the WAFB weather app ready to rock and roll. Big chance of rain for today. Highs only in the upper 70s. And again, rain may be heavy at times during the evening hours, even after midnight tonight. Mild and muggy into the 60s. 7-day forecast will at least be salvaged the second half of the weekend. Sunday looks dry, but look at that. We subtract 10 degrees pretty much every day. 78 today, 68 Saturday, 58 Sunday, until we wake up Monday morning to a possible light freeze.